This is Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore. And we were just going to start the Meanwhile story in Dante's route. So this is not really the first one we've gotten, but okay. So that one with Yang is kind of like, it just puts you right into it, but the rest of them work the way like I thought it meant they worked, where you have to click on it to go. So cool, we're in our first one that we've gotten to choose to do. And I guess you could kind of keep going and not read it, which is interesting, because we got, we were talking to Leo and Nicola, we don't know what's going on, nobody will tell us, blah, blah, blah. And then this popped up, and when we progressed kind of to the next sort of scene, it was still in our room, but it was supposed to be later after we got our breakfast or whatever, it was gone. And it was like, oh shit, but at least if you go back to a prior scene, it's there. So anyway, we're doing the Meanwhile story. What's happened? It's unusual to hear from you like this. It's about the Lao shoe. I'm assuming it's urgent? The door opened without warning, and there was only one person who'd be able to get away with that. I nodded at him to wait. Nicola nodded back with a grin on his face. Yes, I need to talk to you today. Got it. I'll be there tonight. Let's say 10 o'clock. I'll be in my office. Let me know if you'll be late. And the police may want to increase their patrols around the Arca. Is this Marco? No, he's got a rounder cheek. Can't tell. Let's talk about it tonight. See ya. I don't know the voice to give that person because I have no idea who they are. You haven't slept at all, have you, Dante? I'll sleep when I need to. We have bigger problems to deal with. I understand we don't have time, but I didn't expect for us to place her under our custody. We should have taken custody of her much sooner. Oh! I don't think we're ready, though. Did you say something, Nicola? No, nothing. I just think that things are going to get really busy. Interesting. We should have taken custody of her sooner. It's because I am. I'm the Mafia Donna. That's what that magic crest means. And Dante's probably like, God, I gotta marry this bitch and I don't want it. Well, you don't have to. I could go off with Orlok, you bitch. Marry the Lao Shu and be... I'm sure though... Yeah, I don't know. Some of this is gonna get bad, but... I smiled as I watched Leo speed off to the kitchen. Okay, so that was where the last one ended, right? Julia's cooking was absolutely wonderful, just as Leo said it would be. Her freshly baked cornetto was flaky and soft and had a sweet, buttery aroma. The jam was filled with pieces of fruit, and the cafe latte was rich with flavor. It was clear that the ingredients she used were of the highest quality. I mean, come on. But eating breakfast calmed me a bit, and as I slowly restored my energy, another question crossed my mind. Leo, can I ask you something? Hmm? How long do I have to stay here? Well, I'm not sure. I think until the boss lets you go. How might I get that to happen? Or could I only wait for my attacker to be caught? I'm not sure. I don't think catching your attacker is enough to ensure your safety. After all, whoever's pulling the strings is still out there somewhere. The boss will make the right call, don't you worry. He didn't really answer my questions. With an anxious heart, I continued asking, well then, do you think it might be another week? Or maybe 2? If things go well, I guess. And if they don't? Well, maybe half a year or so? You're telling me to live here until then? A week or 2 to, I don't know, like 6 months? What? I'm sure what'll happen will change depending on the situation. You'll just have to bear with us until then. But can you at least tell me what happened at church? I want to know if everyone's all right. I personally don't mind sharing that information with you, but I can't step out of my line of duty. I'm real sorry about that. Don't make Leo get in trouble, girl. Stop it. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be asking you these things. Nah, don't worry. I know it's rough not knowing what's happening. Well, let me find Nicola and ask him if I can share any of the details with you. Really? Yeah, I'll do what I can, but don't get your hopes up. Thank you, Leo. I really didn't have anything else to hope for aside from his words. Also, I'm still in my nightgown and robe. Do I have clothes? I'm sure I have fucking amazing clothes here. My expectations grew by the minute as dinner time approached. We just ate breakfast! Leo left to get my dinner, and soon after, Nicola appeared at my door to see me. Buonasera. May I speak with you? That's good evening. Buonasera. Good evening in Italian. Would it be Buonasera? Buonasera? Because it's buongiorno. Buonasera? Buonasera. Yeah, I think that... Okay, anyway. I heard from Leo that you wanted to know what happened at the church. Yes, I can comply with what's asked of me here as long as I know what happened to everyone. What in the world is going on? What the cluck is happening over there? What bird? What are you doing? Why do you... Why? Why? Just why? Why do you do these things? The bird is just hanging on the back of his cage, which is against the wall. But, like, there's a windowsill, so, like, it's up against the windowsill. But, like, he's just chilling, hanging on the side of the cage, between the cage and the wall. Like, his body just fits there. Like a fucking weirdo. He likes to do shit. Like, he's, like, so weird. Like, he used to do that when, like, there was, like, a bin that kind of had all the birdie toys. And it was pushed against the wall before I moved Little Bird over there. And, like, he would just be behind, you'd go and he would just, like, he'd just barely fit, and he would just, in there, just wedged in there, like a fucking weird, my bird is like a fucking weirdo. He, like, used to hang up, like, he did that one day, I lost him, like, the blanket was on the back of the couch, it was a futon, and he was between the blanket and the couch, like, behind the wall, like, behind the couch and the wall. Just sleeping in there. I was running around the house looking for him. I was like, what happened to the bird? Until I ripped the blanket off the couch. Bird went flying. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? My bird is weird. He likes to cocoon himself. It's fucking crazy. I love him. He's a weirdo. Anyway. I understand how you feel, especially considering the situation, but our boss Dante makes all the calls. We can't go against his orders. I just want you to understand that's how organizations like these work. I pondered a bit on Nicola's words, then I began to speak. Then, this is the only other way. May I speak with Signor Falzone directly? Unfortunately, that's not possible. Look at the way he looks at us with that, like, face. Leo and I are here in the boss's stead. He doesn't want everything to do with you, because he's got to marry you. What? I'm just guessing. Look, I don't know. Like, we got a magic fucking tattoo on our chest that means something important, and they all know some shit that we don't. But no one will do anything unless he gives an order, correct? If so, the only way to get Signor Falzone's approval is to speak with him. After all, he had the information that I was looking for. I suppose you're right. Dante's in his office tonight. I'll tell you where it is later. Thank you. But you need to keep quiet about where you got that information. This is about all I can do for you. I do have my position to protect. But you're gonna tell me where his office is, so I can sneak into his fucking office and, like, get in trouble. What? Are you doing this for us, or are you being shady? I don't know. That's weird. This is something I want and nothing else, so I'll make sure you won't get involved. I'll keep it a secret from Leo, too. This is all of my own accord. That's all I need to hear. Leo will see me after he confirms you went to sleep. I suggest you sleep early and take action after 10 o'clock. When the guy's in the office at 10 o'clock. This sounds shady. Am I just, like, wrong? Is Nicola being shady as fuck or what? You are shady AF, bitch. I love you. But, like, he knows that the guy, yeah, I'll see you at 10 o'clock. And then he's like, go there after 10. Because, like, that guy's not... Understood. I'm sure it wouldn't earn me Signor Falzone's favor if I bothered him too late at night. Thank you, Nicola. You are very welcome. This sounds shady. I don't know. What is his deal? Like, why? Ooh. Till tonight. I spoke to Leo a bit before 10. Leo, I'm a bit tired today, so if it's all right, I'd like to go to bed soon. Where are my manners? Please do get some rest. I'll be taking my leave. Buonanotte. Buonanotte? Isn't that good night? What's buonanotte? Buonanotte? Well, anyway. Ance a te, Leo. And you. But they didn't tell us what Buonanotte is, but I'm assuming that's good night. But anyway. They're just like, you can figure it out now. Fuck you, you got enough Italian, you know. I don't. I should get moving. I slowly opened the door and peeked outside. So we're like in our room all day, but they never met. Like, okay, excuse me. Have we just been wearing our nightgown and robe? Do we get clothes? This is important information. Fortunately, no one seemed to be around. It's now or never. I felt my heart racing as I left my room to go to the boss's office. Oh, now we're Dante. Was it? It was Marco! It just, his cheek looked so much rounder in the thing. When it said something about the police, I was like, wait, is it Marco? I'm like, no. I mean, the hair and the eyebrow, but the cheek looked rounder. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway. It's unfortunate, but we don't have any insight as to what happened. We're completely in the dark. Then I don't mind busting in. We know Marco. He's cool. I still can't believe what happened at the church, especially here in Arca. Hell, even our boss is holding his head. What a way to spit at God. Suppose the concept of God is different to them. I'm not surprised. You can't expect common sense from the Lao Shu. No, from Yang. How's the investigation going? Did the Lao Shu pull any inside strings? You think Orlok is working for the Lao Shu? Interesting. Maybe. I don't think he is. I wouldn't be surprised if they bribed some of our guys, but nothing really major so far. Worse, we can't confirm that the Lao Shu struck the church since we have no proof. If we could at least talk to the girl who was abducted, or to the sister, then we could probably get what we need to make a move. Not much we can do without either of them. What? I told everyone I was busy. We can talk later. It must be important given the hour. I can always come back again. No, wait. I gestured Marco to stay in his seat and turned my attention toward the door. Come in. Seeing who appeared from behind the door made my mind go blank. Space! There you are! I'm losing Marco's voice, but like, whatever. Now we me! After knocking a number of times, I finally got a reply to enter, so I opened the door. Like his office is fan. Look at all of his books! There in the room was the boss, and... Oh my god, look, he looks so good even without the coat and the hat. I just love the... You know what it is? My mind went straight to, oh my god, look at the purple vest! I know he was wearing in the other things, but he was wearing his, like, full regalia, right, in the hat and all, but, like, look at the vest! His sexy vest! Marco, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing! Dante, you gotta let me know that you already had her in your custody. Oh, he looks so mad. Oh, whip me, Daddy. What? Nothing. He doesn't look happy at all. Speak in private with Dante. Ask for Marco's help! Marco, help me! We've got to speak with Dante in private because we're trying to woo the man. Sorry to bother you, Signore. I didn't know you had a guest. I was hoping I could speak with you in private. I glanced at Marco. Our eyes met and Marco turned his head away and shrugged. It doesn't have to be now. Maybe we can speak later. Please. I looked at Dante earnestly in the hopes that he would listen. Oh my god. If we just put glasses on you, that's what I live for. The glasses asshole. You are that cold, stone cold, goddamn asshole. You just need glasses. And my god, I don't think I'd be able to stand. I love all of them. They're all so good. They're all so pretty. Why are they so pretty? Anyway. Fine. You're supposed to be in my custody, but you're walking around freely. Worse still, you have the audacity to bother me in my office at this hour. Unbelievable. I didn't think it was so late. It was only a bit past 10. It wasn't unusual for the people of Berlone to have their dinner at this hour. God damn, that's late. That's like snack time. I suppose I did bring you here. Can't always cater to your requests, but I'll listen to what you have to say this time. You took a risk in coming here. I assume what you're going to say is important. I just wanted to know what happened, and you have any Grey Poupon? No, I'm just kidding. Well, I wasn't sure, but I felt relieved to know that he had at least agreed to speak with me. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. I kept my eyes on Signor Falzone and smiled. I came here without any expectations, so I'm grateful that you'd take the time to listen to me. The boss watched me as I spoke. Oh! Look, he's so precious when he smiles! He was being so bitchy to us, but look at him! Oh! He's like beaming! It's like his overjoyed face! Is that... You look calmer now. Oh, now he's glaring at us again. I love the glares. I love it when they glare at us like this and they look all angry and they glare eyes. Marco, do you mind? I want this to be between us. Marco nodded in agreement. And Dante, I hope you'll treat her well. She's just a kid. I hope I'm at least 18 to 20 is all I'm saying. I'll do things my way. Now go. Marco sighed, then gave me a look of acknowledgement before taking his leave. With the room now silent, the boss looked at me coldly. But it warms Spacey up on the inside when they look at me this way. In real life, I'd be like, lay off, stop being a bitch. But in, like, these games, it's like, glare at me harder. I could feel the weight of his presence with that stare alone. It just dawned on me that I was actually face to face with a mafia boss. I took a deep breath and began to speak. Did you notice she wasn't, like, intimidated by Nicola at all? It's because he's a whore. He's so jovial and friendly and adorable. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I didn't know Marco was here. But this was the only chance I had to speak with you. What's done is done. So? You must have a reason for coming here. He continued to stare at me. I mustered the strength to speak. I want to go back to church. Even if it's dangerous, I want to at least know what's happening. I'm worried sick about everyone there. I'll talk about it when the time comes. And now is not the time. Is it something that has to be kept secret from me? I just want to know if everyone's safe. Why keep that information from me? His saying nothing about it was making me imagine the worst. I mean, seriously? Like, I get you can't tell me, like, all, because you want to drag this out. We gotta, like, but, like, they're fine. Now go back to your room and shut up. Fear began to take over as I bit my lip, waiting for his response. Ignorance is bliss. All you need to know is that this is the safest place in Berlone. We're here to protect you. That's all. But I didn't ask to be protected. Then do you want to die? His cold words made me lose my train of thought. All I knew was that no matter what I said, my words wouldn't get through to him. Even if this place is supposed to be safe, I don't feel safe at all. And let me ask you something. If you learn how dangerous it is outside, will you cooperate with my instructions? Why, yes. You may not know it, but Berlone has been hit with a number of kidnappings. All the victims have been young, female orphans with blonde hair. Orphans? With blonde hair? They're looking for the girl with the mark! And I got the mark! It's me! It seemed to match my descriptions. My description, well, I suspect the louse shoe is abducting them to sell outside of the country. Oh, that's scarier. Human trafficking. Okay, well, that's... It can't be... I didn't know what to say. I didn't know such a thing was happening here in Berlone. You saw the culprit, which means it's highly likely they'll come for you again. His words seemed to make sense, but I don't think Orlok is trying to kill us. If you recall, I was interrupted earlier, which is why I'm here to speak with you. But first I need you to come with me. Don't be afraid. I mean, Yang might be trying to sell people. And that may be true, but I really think that young girls, young orphans with blonde hair, okay, they're looking for the mark that we have. It has something to do with the mark. Lau might also be like, well, it's not her, seller. I mean, he might be doing that on the side, and it might just be Orlok abducting people, but where the hell are they going if they don't come back? Interesting. The person who tried to abduct me said he wanted to speak with me. I don't think Orlok is evil, although he did punch a nun, so, like, maybe he's not the best. But I'm not sure if I believe that he's, like... I still think he's, like, some kind of, like, special, like a magical being, like... spirit. He could be like an angel or some shit. Like, he's some kind of magical thing. Like, you cannot get away from, like, magical shit in these games. So I'm just saying. He tilted my head a bit. He didn't seem like he wanted to sell me. Wait, why does the Falzone want to protect me? I couldn't determine the answer to that from our conversation. I'm done here. Go back to your room. But... He glared at me coldly. You're like, you glare at me coldly like that? Like you want me to be like, oh no, I'm afraid of you? It just turns me on. You come here for this bullshit, right? Oh god. I'm terrible. I shouldn't be allowed to play these. What would I do with my life if I didn't? I couldn't say anything more. I took my leave and stepped out of his office. A new day arrived. I looked up at the bright sky and sighed deeply. The boss let everyone in the family know that you're here. You should be able to move around the manor a bit more freely now. How about we go to the garden? I'm sure it'll make you feel better. Thank you, but I'll just stay here for today. I see. Even if I could wander around, I'm living among the Mafia. I don't feel very secure. I was certain the people here would observe me with interest. I doubt I'd feel better walking among a crowd of spectators. Well, how about some reading? Or maybe not. If you were able to write a letter to your family or something? Oh, if only. If only. I don't have any family. Well, everyone at church is my family, which is why I want them to know that I'm safe. But I can't do that, right? What Nicola told me before crossed my mind as I let out another sigh. Let me speak with our boss. Huh? I understand how strange it must feel, not having any information about the outside. Let me see if you can contact the church. No, your family. Thank you, Leo. He's such a good boy. Leo's such a good boy. You better just stay a good boy. I could tell he was sincere in looking out for me. Just hearing those words restored a sense of calm to my heart. Just want to ruffle his hair. He's such a good boy. He's our good little puppy. It was nighttime, and Leo had a disheartened look on his face as he entered my room. Like, he is our guard dog, but he's our guard puppy. Like, they're like, he's new, he's little, it's fine. He's a little hyper, but he's a good guard dog. He's a good guard puppy. Like, I'm sure he's capable, but he's just adorable, so he's a guard puppy. About what I said earlier, I couldn't get approval for it. I'm sorry. I see. I didn't expect him to get approval for me to contact the church, but it was a ray of hope, however short. I could feel gloom fall upon me again. Maybe I can meet with the boss again. I shook my head to rid myself of the thought. That's not going to happen. He simply won't listen to me. So I'll just have to wait it out? So I'll just have to use my feminine wiles and seduce him. She wouldn't do that. I could feel the anxiety churning within me. She's not super derpy so far. Like she had the moment where he stares at her and she's like, oh my god, I'm embarrassed. Well, yeah, because you were just caught oogling some dude, which is understandable. And like a clumsy moment. Okay, fine. But so far as a character, I'm not like, oh my god, stop it. Oh my god, stop it. Maybe that happens later. But like, she's actually like pretty like normal and fine. Like, she's not like there are some of those MCs where you're like, oh my god, like right off the bat, the snarky comments and things they say, you're like, I'm dead, I fucking love her. And then there's the ones that you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Why are you so stupid? Like the MC in Oz Mafia. We never got to play it because they won't allow videos to be uploaded, so I never finished it. But like, my god, she was dumber than a box of rocks, and I wanted to take those rocks and chuck them at her. She was just the worst. But like, Liliana here, is pretty, she's just in the middle. Like, there's nothing wrong with, she's not like one of the best where you're like, oh my god, she's great, oh my god. But she's not like cringy and like, I just want to push her out a window. I'm like, she's actually fine. Like, I don't think I've had any moments where I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I'm prepared for that because they always make them like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, he kissed me. Oh my god. Oh no. You've been dating him for like a year. You're married. You have 4 kids. And like, he touched me and it was so embarrassing. I blushed. Like, okay, that's like, I get maybe it's a translation thing because you're supposed to be like, oh, I just got a rush. Like, oh. I thought I had a girlish tingle or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's supposed to probably be more like, oh, I giggled, you know, like, but they always make it sound like she's so embarrassed. It's not embarrassing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think of old people. Like, old people are being cute and giggly. You're like, that's so cute. They're not being embarrassed. They're like, oh, girlish blush on my, like, 80-year-old lady cheeks. You know, because your husband does something cute for you and, like, cute old people thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not embarrassing. Like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Oh no, oh my God, I look. You're not 12 anymore. Like, or 15. I don't know if you get embarrassed at shit at 15. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, but so she's in the middle, like, she hasn't done anything to really piss me off, so cool. I mean, it just occurred to me, I'm like, hey, she's actually been pretty normal through the whole thing, so. I kind of have to figure that some of the shit that's going to happen to her in the game is going to be like, I don't know how to deal with this. And I can't blame her for that, from what I've heard, so. Even in the good routes, I guess. So far, though, I was like, it's pretty okay. There's nothing like, whoa, the fuck happening yet. So, I don't know. Maybe we didn't need it. I figure the trigger shit's gonna happen like later when you least expect it, and it's gonna like lock you in the face like your fucking sister Sophia, right? Like, still funny. Anyway, Wednesday, early morning. I stood in the hallway alone. Everyone was still asleep. The manor was shrouded in silence. The door in front of me opened, and the person I was waiting for appeared. Ugh, this bitch, I love him. Buongiorno, signora. I was going to say signor. Signore, but it's signor. There was no A on there. I thought desperately about how I might be able to meet him outside of his office. You're going to church, aren't you? I recall seeing you there every Wednesday morning. He's like, ugh. And like, okay, I know, because you can tell in the bottom, like on him at the bottom, the right of him, like the right side of his well, our right, his left, but our right. The green like pattern kind of goes over the jacket, but it also kind of goes over the scarf. It's literally just a pattern over his Sprite, but it just looks like on that sleeve of his jacket that it's just this green, like, little bit of a pattern going up the thing. It's literally just, it's not even supposed to. It's just like a purple vest, which might have a pattern on it. It's supposed to be a plain, like, navy blue coat type of a thing. But I just love the florally kind of pattern that they have going on behind everything. And the fact that he's got that, like, the green accent on his sleeve, which is just there for visual effect. I guarantee you it's not supposed to be like, no, that's how his jacket actually is as he's walking out in public. They just did it for the visual impact on his Sprite. But I fucking love it. Like, it's just little shit like that I just love. And again, the text box I love. May I accompany you? No. I don't need to step outside. I can stay in the car. You're not leaving this place. He turned away from me and began walking. He wasn't willing to listen to me at all. Chase him. Why couldn't I get in touch with the church? My doubts were growing larger by the second. Somebody turned me in. Somebody in the church is evil, not Sophia. Maybe it is Sophia. I finally strengthened my resolve. I feel like she's the one. Well, something else is happening. I know Dante's saying, like, oh, Yang's fucking selling bitches. But I wonder, because, like, Sophia was calling someone. So if she was calling Dante, yeah, you gotta come pick her up now. Like, it has something to do... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Unless Sophia knew about... Because, like, let's just go down the... Blonde girls are being kidnapped and sold into what we think sold into sex slavery. Okay. Let's just say that's just it. There's no other underlying thing. Was Sister Sophia like, wait, Sister Sophia somehow heard about it and was like, oh, well, that would explain Nicola's warning to us. Just be careful. And we're like, huh? Because Nicola knew about it. Like, blonde girls being kidnapped. Again, all there is to it is blonde girls being kidnapped, okay? Just pretend. So, like, that explains Nicola's saying, just be careful. And we're like, oh, that was weird. But why would Sister Sophia... Let's just say she was calling Dante. Because that's I think the assumption they're trying to give you is that she called Dante, right? Why? Did she know about it? Did she know that young blonde girls were being kidnapped? And when somebody came up to talk to me, she was like, her like, no, radar fucking went off. And she was like, ring, ring. So Dante, I'm gonna need you to protect my bitch for me, huh? You know what I mean? Like, and Dante was like, yeah, because I don't think girls being kidnapped and sold into sex slavery is cool. Like, good for him, right? So that, I mean, that could totally be like the thing. But it almost seemed more sinister than that. Not like in a, like Sophia being like, yeah, you're gonna have to take her now. Because someone talked to her. But I feel like it has more to do with my birthmark. I'm using air quotes around that. It's a fucking tattoo, okay? I was not born with a fucking fleur-de-lis on my fucking chest. That was, like, branded on my ass, okay? It's a birthmark! And, like, it's 1925. Like, you're gonna be like, yeah, I totally got this birthmark that feels like a... Like, how... You wouldn't know. You know what I mean? You wouldn't know the difference between a tattoo and a birthmark. Like, I have tattoos. If I told people, yeah, it's a birthmark. Like, back in the day, people were like, well, it's really weird. It looks like a fucking shamrock. Or one of the other multiple tattoos I have. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think she'd know what a fucking tattoo is. I mean, maybe. But, like, she's a sheltered church girl. Maybe not. You know what I mean? How many people had tattoos in the 1920s? Like, in just normal society, walking around, chilling out, tattoo up there. You know what I mean? Feel like not a lot. I don't know. I literally don't. But, at any rate, so... I feel like there's something, like, everybody else knows more than we do. I mean... Definitely the blonde girls being kidnapped is about the birthmark. They're looking for whoever has it for whatever reason because we're the special. Whatever we are. But, like... And Orlok obviously knew that it's us. But did Sister Sophia, like, call up Dante? Let's just pretend she was calling up Dante because I'm just assuming that. Maybe she was calling someone else, and then Dante... But how the hell did he show up at the church? It seems convenient that the two of them are talking. Was she like, oh, someone was talking to her, and I think she's going to get kidnapped, and that's totally what it is? Or she was like, you've got to take her, and we took possession because they know that I'm the special, and they're hiding that from me. Do they know? Or do they not know? That's the question, I guess. I guess that's where I was going with this, like, 30-minute long frickin'... I just got to talk these things out, though, you know? It's going to be in the back of my mind. It's going to drive me crazy. Anyway. I finally strengthened my resolve. If he's not going to tell me anything, then I'm going to sneak away. Oh, no. I returned to my room after Dante left. Girl! Hike up your tits and do something daring, like chase him down, grab his legs. No shame. Soon after, Leo came in as scheduled. Buongiorno! Here's to another great day. Are you ready for breakfast? I can go and get it for you right now. Do you mind if I take a bath first? I want to clear away a bad dream I had. Understood. I'll be waiting outside, so please call for me if you need anything. Thank you. I took action the moment Leo closed the door. I need to move while Dante isn't around. Oh my god, we're doing shady shit. Are we doing shady shit? Move quickly and quietly. I threw the soft blanket off the bed, then peeled back the silk sheets. Are we gonna climb out the fucking window? I hooked the sheets onto a metal piece of the bed frame and tore them in two. This should do. Oh my god, we're climbing out the window! This is awesome. I thought she was just gonna... She's like, I gotta act. She's like, if he's not gonna talk to me, then I'm just gonna go back to my room and wait. Oh. Damn! I bound the sheets together and tied the end to the balcony. Now, to climb down. My legs were shaking from the height. Watch, we're on the first floor. I mean, obviously, they wouldn't put us on the first floor. Because I'm sure there's not a lot of bedrooms on the first floor. You know, but it'd be funnier if we were on the first floor and we're like climbing over and he's like, Leo's like, you do realize you could just climb over the railing. You're on the first floor. Ugh. It looks a lot farther down than I thought. Well, I shouldn't be that injured, even if I do fall. I convinced myself to continue, then grabbed hold of the silk rope I just made. If it was so easy to tie the sheet, to rip the sheet in half, don't you think it's gonna rip with your full body weight on it? I mean, maybe not, but that concerns me. I slowly but surely lowered myself down. It's ripping. I heard a sound from up above. The sheets I tied together were starting to tear and come undone. I mean, you tied a sheet to a pole and ripped it in half. If you could rip a sheet in half, it's gonna, with your hands, just with the weight, part of the weight of you, if it's tied to something, it's gonna rip when you put your full body weight on it. I just... ah! I braced myself for the impact when all of a sudden... What in the world are you doing? Instead of a hard fall, it was met with a loud, scolding voice. I'm not sure which one of them it is, but... It's Dante. He caught us. Oh my god, her top is so cute. She's wearing like a cute little like button-up jacket. Oh, I love it. What? Why are you... I knew something wasn't right, and sure enough... What in the world were you thinking? You could have died just now. But it wasn't too far of a fall. Fucking love. Okay. I know I just said earlier she's never done anything that's like, fucking hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. Props for her. Wow. Okay. Wow. Alright, 1 point in the she's pretty fucking cool. Like, she actually fucking jumped out a fucking window. Alright. I used to climb trees around this height before. I thought the church educated the children there. At least have some common sense. Kids climb trees, you know. Or, at least I think they do. Don't they? Don't ask me that, you punk. What did you say? How rude. Oh my god, her outfit is cute as shit. I love these 20s out. Like, it's... I want this outfit. I would wear the fuck out of it. Her cute little jacket. Okay, like, it's funny, though, because, like, the cuffs are almost like sailor cuffs, but... And her cute little fucking skirt. Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. I yelled back at him as I tried squirming out of his arms. I fucking love this. But thank you for saving me. It's fine, as long as you're safe. He slowly lowered me to my feet. It seemed we had both recovered our composure. You just can't sit still and behave yourself, can you? I love it so much. I can't even. This game is fucking great so far. Like, I don't know where we're gonna fall down the rabbit hole, but like right now I am enjoying the fuck out of this. I don't know. Well, you did bring me here only to leave me in that room. I can't help but feel scared. I need to move around to keep my worries from spiraling. Scared. He slowly closed his eyes as if in thought. What? Space? Whoops! I looked up to see Leo with a pale face looking down at me from the balcony. Poor fucking Leo! Our puppy's gonna get in trouble. Please don't scold our puppy. What? What? You're running away? What in the world are you thinking? He looks like he's gonna cry. Leo, let me talk to her. Remove the sheets and clean the place up. Huh? Oh, right away. Poor fucking Leo. Let's go, Spacey. You're gonna yell at me, aren't you? Do you want me to do that? Maybe a little. Only if you spank me too. Jesus Christ. I can't. This game is killing me. He raised his eyebrows at me. Do you want me to? Like, yes. Where's the... Maybe? Sorry. I'll just keep quiet. For now, you mean? I mean, I know I'm acting on a line, especially since you're trying to protect me. Well, if you understand that, all is well. But that doesn't change how I feel. If you don't explain to me what's really going on, I may try to escape again. She's like, I may jump out that fucking window if you don't tell me why I'm being kept here. I'm just saying. And while you're at it, definitely yell at me a little. Sorry to go turn on my light. Hope I didn't just pull my fucking headset out. Stretched to its limits. Anyway. Are you threatening me? Not at all! I just want to be honest with you. I don't like lying to people. She's like, I may just jump out the window again. Are you threatening me? Maybe. I suppose that makes sense. He's so cute when he's happy. I mean, he's just smirking, but look at his eyes. He's just like, oh, he's so sweet. Gave a small smile. He wasn't angry at all. I think he actually likes the fact that we are ballsy enough to jump out a fucking window. Good. I'm proud of us. He beckoned me towards his office. I'll tell you what you want to know. Huh? I can only respond with a blank stare at this unexpected turn of events. I can't have you doing something like that again. If a discussion will prevent that, so be it. But I need you to stay put in your room after I share with you what I know. Thank you, I promise! You'd better not break it. Of course I won't. Thank you, Signore. Signor Falzone? Call me Dante. Are you sure? He silently looked at me as I stuttered with hesitation. I nodded in agreement. Then, please call me Spacey. Understood. I was surprised that he would allow me to call him by his first name, but I had to ask him what I most wanted to know. You're in love with me, aren't you? That's why you're gonna let me call you Dante. Just kidding. The church. Is everyone okay? We fought off your assailant at the church that night. The place took minimal damage and all repairs have since been made. You see, that's a relief. The church is okay, but is everyone at the church okay? The church is fine. But the people... No, the church is good. We patched up the holes. It's fine. The Lao Shu will strike anywhere, so the church isn't their only target. You're in danger no matter where you are in Berlone. So, you won't let me go back? Correct. Which is why I need you to stay here so that the Lao Shu won't cause needless damage again. The Falzone family saved you, so there's no way we could allow you to get in harm's way while still in our custody. So he's keeping me here so that he can save face for his family. Not surprising that they take pride in who they are. Not that I could truly understand. Oh, I mean, okay, look. She's like, oh, you just don't want me to get hurt because it'll make you look bad. But I guess the side effect of him not looking bad is I don't die, so. Alright, cool with that. I suppose it's just how they were run. Also, Sister Sophia died from the wound she sustained that night. Orlok, you killed Sister Sophia? It's not funny anymore. What? I froze, hearing his words. Sister Sophia died? Yes. His words struck me hard. My mind went blank. Okay, I know that we were laughing about it before, Orlok punching a nun, but I didn't think he actually would kill her. Oh my god, how hard did you hit her? That's not nice. Oh, you killed the nice old lady. Unless she was really evil, but like right now you killed the nice old lady. My mind went blank. Sister Sophia died? She was trying to save me and my thoughts were running wild. I became dizzy and started to lose my balance. I wish I hadn't asked. Watch it, Spacey. Dante grabbed my arm to steady me. He looked me straight in the eye. We'll not allow the Lao Shu to go unpunished for the life they've taken. As the boss of the Falzone family, I'll make sure they pay. So I need you to stay here. Do you understand? I lifelessly nodded at his words. Sister Sophia. My emotions couldn't keep up with the harsh reality unfolding in front of me. Man, why'd they have to go kill her? Because it was kind of funny when we talked about Orlok punching a nun. It's not funny anymore. It's cold. It might be a little bit funny later. Like, he punched a nun to death. That's so awful. Oh, she was a nice nun. God damn it. We're supposed to romance him? He punched a nun to death. Like, rude. Maybe in his route she doesn't die. I don't know. That's just terrible. Like, how do you... I mean, if Yang had done it, I'd kind of understand, because he's like a psychopath. He seems like he's going to be like a psychopath. Like, he's kind of a fucking dick. I mean, he kind of comes across that way already. You've never even seen how beautiful he is, but... Like, ugh. Anyway, my emotions couldn't keep up with the harsh reality unfolding in front of me. It's funny, we had a little interim with him, but you've never seen him. Huh. It was like the ground was crumbling beneath me, swallowing me whole in despair. But the whole thing is he doesn't come out much, so I guarantee you the time we run into him, like, we'll know, but she's not going to know who he is. That's going to be bad. We gonna get kidnapped by him. Aww. Damn it, Orlok, you punched a nun to death. Sorprendente? Sorprendente? What is that? Sorprendente? Sorprendente? Damn Italian. A day had passed since I tried to escape, only to be apprehended by Dante. As time ticked into the afternoon hours, Leo can't trust us ever again. Today's meal was served in front of me. The first course was Minestra maratata, which we said before, but I can't seriously pronounce it, made with vegetables and meatballs. Next came the Pascaula pasta? Whatever, some kind of pasta with mushrooms. The dolce today was sweet. Baked scarsella? The light almond flavor. Fucking A! So much Italian! I can't! I could see that it was filled with freshly made jam. Delicious, no doubt. But I couldn't bring myself to take a bite of any of the dishes in front of me. You should really eat something. You haven't had anything all day. I took the fork set in front of me, but I wasn't hungry at all. I placed the fork back down. She's saying that, but I'm fucking starving. Anyway, I'm sorry. I lowered my head. My mind was full of memories of Sister Sophia. Sister Sophia is dead. Tears filled my eyes each time the harsh truth came to mind. I tried my best to hold back my tears so I wouldn't cry in front of Leo. Leo's like, I don't know what to do. They didn't train me for this. Oh. Others. Oh, interesting. It's no use. Yeah, I took back the food she didn't eat and reported on the current state of affairs. I love how we get these little other side stories. Like, we get the intermediate, like, ones, the meanwhile stories with our boyfriendos. But then we also get these little, like, side things with the other. Like, it's really cute. I like it. She was doing fine yesterday, but she's been like this ever since she returned. I still can't believe she'd use the bed sheets like that to try and escape. She has such a kind and gentle way about her. I suppose you can't judge a book by its cover. It seems our delicate lady is quite the rogue. And this is no laughing matter, Julia. If she fell, she could have broken a bone or worse. That's not his voice. I don't know what's happening, but anyway. Yes, you're right. Still, I wonder why she felt the need to escape from here in the first place. I looked down at the untouched dishes and gave a deep sigh. Maybe she ran because I was literally around her 24/7. So, she tried to run from you? Maybe. Or at least it seems that way. Oh, we hurt our puppy's feelings. Look at Nicola's like, oh, you're adorable. No, she wasn't. You couldn't believe how angry the boss was when she tried to run. He was pretty harsh on her, and he had this scary look on his face, too. Well, if she was yelled at by the young Dante, I'm not surprised that she's in this state now. You have a point. He was really angry. Dante was angry because she put herself in danger, and not because she tried to escape. I guess that may not have gotten through to her. Nicola gave me a troubled smile and patted me on the shoulder. In any case, it's not your fault, Leo. Not in the slightest. Nicola... I was about to tear up hearing him say such kind words to me in that gentle voice. I mean... Okay, he's gonna be shady as fuck, we should have known, because he's voiced by Shiraishi, and Shiraishi was shady as fuck. I'm just saying... When you play an Otome game and Yukikaji is the voice of a character, you're like, ah, this Yukikaji motherfucker, he's gonna be an asshole. There's gonna be some kind of shady motherfucking shit. Oh, he's gonna smile at you and be all sweet and give you that sweet little voice, and then he's gonna be a bitch. Okay? He's always some kind of shady. Ryohei Kimura has gotta be one of those, because every character that I'm thinking of, like, literally 3 of them, Nicola being one of them, is like, yo, you seem all nice and sweet, and then you're stabby! Son of a bitch! Like, I swear to God, certain voice actors have types. They're like, oh, we have this shit. Oh, I know exactly who to call. It's like they know. It's like, we should know by now. You should be like, who's the voice actor for... Oh, this one's gonna stab me. Like... They're like, alright, sure. Daisuke Hirakawa, gonna stab me. Oh, he's gonna stab me. Like, some of them don't, but some of them just seem to, every single time I reckon, I'm like, all your characters seem to, I don't know if I can trust you anymore. Again, I have trust issues. So now it's like, Nicola, you're, oh, he had that nice, gentle voice. Oh my God. Deed is trying to kill us. He's the one that's trying to kidnap girl. Nicola, you bastard. Like, he seems all nice and sweet. But we could do his route first. It wouldn't be... Anyway. He then turned his attention to the untouched dishes. Still, it's not good that she's not eating. Maybe he's actually nice and sweet and just a whore. I don't know. Yes, it seems she's only been drinking water. At this rate, she'll starve herself to death. Is there anything we can do? I thought as hard as I could, trying to figure out how we could get her to eat. How about we all eat together? Being around others might help. Wouldn't having some company make her feel better enough that she'd eat? It's not as though the others aren't aware of her. I don't think having her join everyone poses any problems, but I doubt it would help. Can you imagine dining with people you don't know, especially the Mafia? No, I guess it'd do just the opposite. My shoulders drooped and Julia shook her head. Why not have a meal with those she's already acquainted with? That should make it easier for her to join. Oh, I see. The only people she really knows here are me, Nicola, and the boss? Julia's like, bitch, she knows me. Leo is right that it won't help her being alone here. It may be best for her to be with others, even if it may be a bit against her will. You're the best, Julia. Guess all those years you've lived weren't for nothing. I'll take that as a compliment before I stab you in your sleep, you little whippersnapper. Nicola? I clenched my fist and looked at Nicola for his nod of approval. Could you speak with the boss and ask him to join us for dinner? I'm sure the boss would listen if the idea came from you. I suppose that would work. And Nicola nodded his head and I felt a lot better. I hope this at least brings a smile back to her face. So cute! Our puppy is such a good boy. I looked out the window to see the red sky signaling the night to come. Leo must be worried sick since I haven't eaten anything. But I just can't bring myself to. Staying like this would only worry everyone, but I couldn't pull myself out of my grief. Sister Sophia would still be alive if I hadn't gone to the church that night. Dwelling on the past wouldn't help me, but the regret and remorse sat heavily on my mind. Like, you didn't know it was going to happen. You're just like, oh, I'm going to go pray. I'm coming. You're like, I'm going to be a good Catholic girl, and this is what I get for it. Just saying. I somehow responded to the knock, standing up to go to the door. Huh? An unexpected guest was on the other side. He appeared in front of me with a food cart full of warm dishes. Nicola's like, I know what can fix her. I'll be right back. Comes in, he's like, I'm here to service you. What? I'm a whore. I mean, it might make me feel better. I don't know. You brought me dinner, Nicola? But why? I hope it's all right if I come in. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, please do. I hurriedly let him through. As I looked over the cart, I noticed something peculiar. Why is there so much? Seems enough for two. His mannerisms and quick handiwork with setting up the meal was mesmerizing. I heard from Leo that you didn't eat anything today. Yes, I'm very sorry. I just wasn't hungry. I'm not surprised. Especially considering that Sister Sophia was your guardian. But you're going to need to eat. We simply can't have you like this here. Are you going to eat too, Nicola? I'm your overseer, so yes. I need to make sure you have at least one decent meal. Aww. Nicola sat in a chair before I could respond. It felt strange, but I took the seat across from him. That's like so sweet. We get to have our first dinner date in our room. With Nicola. Alone. In our room. With the bed. Right there. I'm just saying. It's not gonna happen like that, but... So, I heard you tried to escape out the window yesterday. I'm surprised you had it in you to take that sort of risk. Weren't you scared? I just needed to do something, so you jumped out a window. Of course I was scared, but I often play in the trees with the children. I can see why Dante was so surprised. I mean, looking up to see a young lady hanging onto some sheets tied to the balcony. It's too bad. I wouldn't have minded seeing that scene play out in front of me. Nicholas squinted as he chuckled and imagined it. It was my only choice back then, but now that I think about it, I suppose it was out of character for me. I could feel myself blushing with embarrassment as I recalled what I did. I looked up to see Nicola's stern face looking straight at me. Nicola? What are your thoughts about Dante? His voice was neither playful nor serious. At the very least, I knew I shouldn't lie. I don't know. Not friendly! Oops. I clicked the right. That's actually the right answer. Not friendly! That's pretty funny. I would not think that would be the right answer to say about him. I really do appreciate what he went through to save me, but I can't see myself being friendly with him. I mean, he's a very stern person after all. It would be a surprise if you felt any differently. He is a mafia boss. I'm sorry. It's not that I wish to speak ill of Dante, just... I understand. With that said, I'd appreciate it if you'd relax a bit more while I'm here. Hearing those words did in fact make me feel more relaxed, since he didn't seem upset or angry. Let me add that you don't need to try and get friendly with the family's boss. The current circumstances are unusual, but things should settle down sooner or later. Once things are resolved, you'll be back at the church, and you won't have to think about Dante again. I suppose so. Are you trying to steal me away from Dante because you're being shady? Or you're just like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Shiraishi. I've learned now. What, 2 out of 3 times you're going to be a shady character, and then the 3rd time you're actually just a nice, sweet, like, man whore? I don't know. I don't really think you might be shady deep down, but I love it. I nodded awkwardly as Nicholas smiled with concern. I can go back to the church. Thinking about the church brought Sister Sophia back to mind. I focused on the food and my conversation with Nicola to suppress the pain in my heart. Alright, I know it's a little under time, but we went a little over time in the last part. So just in case, this could be it could be like a 2-minute scene, it could be like 10 minutes. I don't want to get into the, oh my god, now it's 10 minutes, like, later, so we're gonna do it a little bit short this time, so. Yeah, I am just really enjoying this, so I hope you guys are, but anyway. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more!